So. Mario movie. I did watch it today. That was crazy. More crazy because I don't know how to feel about watching. You know, it. I probably am not gonna be very good at making this, but I just wanted to get this off my chest. And something different. Why not? Content, all that. Yeah. Okay. In it. Let's go. Upload. Subscribe. Like. Anyways. It's kind of a rant thing because, whew, that movie was kind of wild. It was kind of freaky though. So basically, right, I think movie good, but I also think movie bad. Bam, combine that, peanut butter jelly sandwich. That's kind of the movie. So yeah, it's good in some areas, but it's bad. And I don't want to necessarily spoil it or ruin it for anyone who might watch it. I don't know. I mean, I was a bit fickle on the fence in it, but then I went to see it anyway with my girlfriend Gamer. So yeah, and we thought it was she had a similar opinion to me. But yeah, I just wanted to voice my opinion right now to get off my chest before I completely forget and forget about the movie. So yeah, no spoilers really. I'll try not to. Try my best. Movie review. Ho ho. Anyways. Yeah, so let's get into it. First of all, we came early because I was taking my sweet time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm so sorry to my dear girlfriend Gamer because we're pretty much in a rush. The movie started basically at 2:40 p.m. and I was not ready until 2:10 because we wanted to go to like a little Tesco's. Yeah. All the Americans don't know what that really is, I assume. So imagine Walmart, but with $1 more in the bank. Yeah. So Tesco's. Yeah, we wanted to go to Tesco's get some snacks because our cinema's kind of broken down. So thought we can sneaky some snacks in. But I'm not suggesting anything illegal. So for the authorities, I bought the snacks at the cinema. But you know what? No, I didn't eat anything because. Actually, the movie was surprisingly so short that the snacks that I did allegedly bring in weren't even consumed in the time that the movie had aired because it was that damn short. Nothing happened, so I just kept the bag there and I didn't really use it. I didn't need to. And then after we went for a cheeky Nando's, so I kind of validated the point of not eating. But anyways, that's off topic. So first of all, I was taking my sweet time, blah, blah, blah. She was like, damn, I'm gonna leave you behind. And she went to the Tesco. And I was like, nah, the man's not having this, innit? So, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not how I actually speak. But anyways, I came out and, not like that. I came out of the house and then I went straight to the theater. I just went straight to the cinema. Or whatever that weird place was. I don't know how cinemas are still open this day, till this day and age, because it was not very packed. Well, at first, I'm surprised more people showed up when we actually got there, which wasn't the plan, because on the ticket booking, I can't speak. On the booking, there was barely any people like the night before when we actually booked the ticket. So it's a surprise to see how many 4-year-olds came to the Mario movie, but you know what, it makes sense. It was pretty packed after. Anyway, so off topic. So I was a bit late, basically, and we eventually met up halfway there, and we got into the cinema together. Epic, scanned the things, and we said we were students, because the lady was like, oh yeah, you bought student ticket, because you bought student ticket. And she was like, no, you're gonna have to show us your ID. And I was like, oh damn. Good thing I did bring my ID because I am the smart. Same part. So that's good. Which is strange because the normal price for a ticket is only £1 more than the student one. So if I did lie, would it be that much of a crime of £1 difference? Not even sure what the student point is at that point, but anyways. Yeah, we got in. It was a bit deaded up at first, and funny part was we were actually on time, or even a bit early, like 10 minutes early or something. And the woman that scanned our tickets and let us through to that screen was like, no, you're gonna have to wait outside the theater, sorry, because they're still cleaning. You're like, what? You're like, say woo, you know that funny meme? Yeah. So it's like, what is going on with that? So it took like maybe a good 5 minutes. We were waiting, we were busting a few jokes, crack-a-lacking and stuff. And then finally the guy came out. Oh, you guys can go. So yeah, we went in obviously because we had to see the Mario movie. So we went up. We took our seats at the back, which we booked. We just moved to some other seats kind of at the back because before it was going to be so dead in there that it didn't matter if anyone sat anywhere, and it's not like the staff really cared either. Well, there was more people than expected, but we still got to sit where we wanted anyway, so that was good. At the very back and the very right. That was nice. The chairs were a bit clunky, so we got kind of squished in, or kind of broken down. It was very... definitely signs of poverty. Anyways, it's not about the cinema, it's about the movie experience. So yeah, after about us waiting for quite a while, because you know, the ads, I didn't realize the ads start at the same time the movie claims it starts, but it's not really, it's just the ads first. Like, yeah, this is gonna be long, a few ads, yeah, let's wait, let's figure stuff, are you ready? Blah, 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 these shirts are uncomfortable, but you know what, blah, 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 all these people sneaking out, it's crazy. And yeah, the ads just kept going, and going, and going, and going, and they just kept going. In total, the advertisements for the movie were almost longer than the movie itself, it felt. It was like half an hour of ads. We were there from 2:40 and the movie only started at like around 3:05 or 10 past 3, you know. Like, why was it that long for the ads? I don't know if that's normally the thing, but it took fucking ages. So that was already not the best start. And I was seeing all sorts of Pixar new garbage, and we're kind of dissing their new movie ideas because it's looking like they're running out of creative juice. There's this new movie coming out called Elements, but it's like, you know, Fire Boy, Fire Girl falls in love with Water Boy, you know, like that hit Flash game Fire Girl and Water Boy, or Fire Boy and Water Girl actually. It's like a gender swap version of that. And they have to live in harmony because the elements don't merge, and I don't know, man, it's crazy. So yeah, that kind of looks a bit goofy. I was kind of cracking up over there, and the fact that it was called Elements and all that, I'm pretty sure we only noticed like 3 elements, so nice concepts. Genshin Impact has more than that, come on. What was that? It was like fire, water, and grass, or plants, or dendro, hydro, pyro, and that's it. Nice elements, anyways. That movie was then, there was some bootleg DC one that did not look interesting in the slightest, almost, about some kind of alien suits that bit this guy that looked hilarious. And then he became like Digi Spider-Boy? I don't know, he's like Iron Man X Spider-Man. I'm definitely not watching that, but that was something, and he can't control his mech suit, so cool. I was like, the 25th Transformers movie, crazy. It's just Transformers, there's not much to say about it. Wasn't really that crazy anymore, like the concept's dry. Yeah, I think that franchise probably needs to die by now. It's just, who actively watches Transformers? I've never heard of that in the modern day. Don't know, that sort of thing. Anyways, no offense to all you Transformers fans. So yeah, we got to the movie, there was all of those ads. There was another one called Teenage Kraken, which was just bizarre.
Grandmama, I want you to teach me how to use my powers.
Camouflage, super speed, body armor. Let's see what you're capable of.
I have laser eyes?
Oh my god, bro.
They're probably out in the ads or TV or something, but I just never heard of any of these movies before I went to this movie itself, so that was very interesting. Anyways, on the movie itself, the movie first of all didn't start out great because it played some, you know, scenes that basically I've already seen. Because I watched some of the trailers for the movie that Nintendo just started posting everywhere. There was like, there's got to be at least like 20 trailers for that goddamn movie. And all of them are like, at least maybe 20 seconds or like 10 very brief cut down versions of another to like 3 minutes. And there's that many trailers. Like I'm not gonna lie, they kind of spoiled almost all of the key plots in the entire movie just in the trailers alone. So if you've seen all the trailers and you're looking forward to the movie, I'd say don't get too overly ambitious, because it mostly doesn't get more crazy than that, which is the sad part. But not to say it's bad, it's just already seen. So I'm not sure what the point of that was. Their marketing was actually garbage. It was actually just dookie sauce. Like, what was that? They showed everything that happened in damn trailers. So when I was seeing, I was like, oh yeah, that from that trailer. Oh, I know that trailer. Oh my god, that trailer. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong smacked up Mario. He walks like a fish. Wow, that's crazy. That's from that trailer. Trailer number 5. You know trailer number 5? So yeah, got us talking quite a bit about all them trailers. And yeah, so that was not good. I'll move on to my other points. The opening for the thing was actually amazing. They did that pacing great. I liked it, you know, seeing Mario and Luigi in a plumbing job in downtown Ohio. Brooklyn, yeah, USA, Brooklyn, and that was cool. And you see Mario's family / Luigi family, same family, of course, and how the plumbing stuff is basically not going so good, but they're very ambitious to make it good. So that's nice. That's a nice key plot point at the beginning. And then, you know, they have some crazy altercations, kind of quirky stuff here and there. Animatronics do get quirky at night, all that stuff. And yeah, where's it go from there? That all happens after the first trailer with the penguins getting invaded by Bowser. And then they have this cool commercial, which is kind of funny, I think. That's a good funny point. And then they have this family stuff. They go do the plumbing here and there. Then there's like an incident that happens, and they go to fix that incident. And then that's where the story actually kicks in. Of, you know, they get sucked into the overworld. Isekai. Yeah, Isekai anime style Super Mario. And yeah, there's also the Italian accent, which is in the movie, but it's kind of like a reference that Mario did as a joke to do well. So that's why his voice is like, you know, Chris Pratt, American, it's a me, Mario. Like, you know, stuff like that. So that actually makes sense. I was kind of happy they gave some clarity on that one. Yeah, there's also a reference to Jumpman, which is just an entire different person. I'm not sure who he is or what his affiliation to the brothers are, but he's there, so that's cool. Yeah, or something. And then all those plot points, that's crazy. Luigi is like kind of surgically attached to Mario in this movie, which is good. It's actually nice to see Mario also acknowledge him back, because they're very tight-knitted. Unlike the games, where it doesn't seem like Mario really cares for Luigi that much, and Luigi's just, I don't know, overly obsessive with Mario. I mean, that still kinda is the case, but kinda not. So, bit of a weird one. Like, they're pretty much codependent, and they don't do anything without each other. So then the basis of the movie being Mario on his ones is a bit of a goofy one, because instead of Peach getting kidnapped, it's Luigi, which I'm pretty sure is already obvious in the trailer, so there's no spoiler at all. All of them, which literally show almost all the events of them interacting. And then yeah, Mario meets Toad. Mario goes to Mushroom Kingdom because said brave Toad wants to introduce him to the Peaches, the princessa, and princesses like who dis, and yeah, it pretty much goes on from there. You know, they go on an epic journey quest to fetch back Luigi and stop Bowser's invasion of the kingdoms or something. I don't know, it was really underwhelming because Bowser didn't really do much kingdom-wise, I would say, after all of that in the opening cutscene. So kind of spoil, but kind of not. It's just he does do stuff, which is crazy, but not in the way you think. Like, he's just after some one-off people, and kind of funny, you know, goofy, just burning Koopas alive and stuff. But he actually doesn't do too much army-wise. It's hard to explain. Luigi gets transported to this strange abandoned place, the abandoned fortress, while Mario gets sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom as they go in, saying, oh yeah, nothing will separate us, and then they get separated, so kind of quirky again. And yeah, Luigi's alone, and he has to, I don't know, find a way or something. Yeah, he kind of gets screwed in the end and captured, as you can tell, so yeah, that's not very good. After a cool scene of him getting chased by, like, you know, evil, scary enemies and stuff, which is probably also in the trailer, so it's not like I have to hide it, but, you know, I won't say it. Actually, no, you know, well, you know, dry bones, because it actually looks kind of threatening in this, so that's cool. Though, there is an interesting point of, like, this kind of graveyard area. There are no boos in the movie. I'm not sure why, but there are just no boos, not a single one. Except King Boo. Yes, you take that how you will. King Boo's in the movie, no boos. I don't know what kind of choice that was, but that already doesn't make sense. So, yeah. Those are some others, but I won't spoil it at all. But yeah, the enemies themselves in, like, Bowser's army, besides, like, the main Koopa Troopers somewhat and some notable characters like Kamek and this one Koopa Trooper with spikes on his head, no one really does much of anything, so that's kind of underwhelming once more. Like, you don't really see a Goomba do much, you don't see no Spinies do much, you don't see a Hammer Bro really do anything, or anything else. The many Mario enemies that I'm forgetting about. Like, it doesn't really go beyond that, so nice. Army's just mainly Koopa Troopers and everyone else is kind of irrelevant. So that's another strange missed opportunity, which I did not appreciate. There was also cool things, like the entire movie, me and said companion were like trying to identify all the references, because there was so much references to the game music, which was kind of sick. There was like a lot of 3D world jazz going on. There was some stuff from Galaxy, which kind of slapped, especially in the end credits, which also weren't very good. But took very long to show a secret at the end, which I have to tell you, by the way, because if you don't sit through the entire, like, 10-minute credits, well, the entire 10-minute credit roll after the normal animated credits, which aren't even that crazy, because I personally like the whole Sonic movie one, how it's turned into, you know, like the song and stuff that slaps from rappers that actually played Sonic growing up. It was, like, really cool. The Mario movie is just more classic jazz and stuff. Yay! Bum, 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 you know, all that stuff. Already, nothing new there. So, yeah, it's kind of whack. And then, yeah, all of that stuff hides a long-ass trailer at the very end, which doesn't really show much, but also shows someone of relevance, which that character is kind of neglected. And there's also there's other characters, like, you know, you see Yoshi in the movie, like the Yoshis in the Yoshi Island, I think, in the trailer, one other trailer. I'm not gonna get your hopes up, there are no Yoshis in the movie whatsoever. Like, they are not utilized. He's in one scene, not a specific Yoshi, just they are in one scene running across the wild. Like, I don't even know if that's Yoshi's Island, that's somewhere else, but it's basically a montage of Mario, Peach, and Toad going through the journey, and they run across some Yoshis for like a split frame. That is it. That is the only sight of Yoshi get in the movie. Or Yoshis as a breed, not the specific green one that we all know and love, but it's just, that's it. So that's already confused me, and that was kind of a waste take. Like, why would you do that? I thought, you know, Yoshi could maybe talk, they were going to interact with some, maybe use some, but no, there's just absolutely nothing. The only prominent characters that I can recall that are not to get your hopes up again, at least in the main cast, is like Donkey Kong, as I said, kind of Toad, until they just forget about that specific one at the in the latter half, which is kind of strange. And Mario, of course, and Peach. And that's mostly that. So, alright. What a cast choice. And there's also Luigi, but of course he knows. And it's, yeah. Which, my other point goes into Luigi being kind of goofy. Because he's kind of scared and all that, you know, he's a bit too scared of things throughout the entire movie. As long as he's got Mario along at his side, he's pretty good. But as he doesn't for a lot of the movie, he's not pretty good, as you can tell. So yeah, he's always captured and all that throughout the things and gets into some crazy wacky stuff and almost dies a couple of times. So I guess that's cool that he survives and, you know, his wits and kind of funny. But basically, what I want to say is throughout the movie, he's, you know, segregated from his brother and it's tough. But at the end, he just comes back like nothing and is like, oh yeah, Mario, it's all about teamwork. Oh yeah, brother, I know you always been there for me. Like, it's kind of goofy and cheesy. I get where they're coming from because they do like, but like Luigi did absolutely nothing. It's like the you know, old meme or joke. Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Like, it's quite literally that in the movie. I'm not sure if that's what they were going for, but he does absolutely nothing until like the very end. In, you know, the classic end style end thing before bad guys takes over stuff and all that. Also, there's no like twist with the bad guy, just really as Bowser, so that's fair, I guess. It's the first minute, so sure, that's fine. Not even a spoiler, it's very obvious, so you know, I'm fine with that. But still, the way they did it is kind of strange as well, so I'm not sure about Bowser. He's a funny guy and kind of intimidating in this, as in the actual games entirely. But also just felt like a bunch of missed opportunities in this damn movie. Like, the references still, like I was saying, were still crazy, so that was a good part, though a lot of the movie was just us trying to notice references rather than be entertained by it, so that already wasn't a good thing. Not to say that the movie was bad or anything, it's just the trailer spoiled so much for me. And also, a lot of it is just so predictable, as a normal Mario game or something would be, or storyline. I mean, they changed it up already enough, with Peach knowing like some kind of jujutsu in this and actually doing stuff, and Luigi being the one to be kidnapped somewhat, and that's as far as that goes somewhat. There's not really many other character references, like I said. Don't get crazy expecting like other side characters like Diddy Kong and stuff, or the Yoshis, because they're gone. Or not really doing much. No Wario, no Waluigi, obviously, which is depressing, but okay. No Daisy, literally anyone else is just restricted to those guys and a few enemies, so yeah, not too overly ambitious, but the way they executed it was overly ambitious, to the point where the plot makes no sense because it felt like it was done in 5 minutes. Like, you know, they're going to said Bowser's Kingdom to stop the invasion, and then on the way, like, they go on the carts, you know, the Rainbow Road scene, since it's all in the trailers once more. They get there and they're like, brr, brr, oh my god, it's Rainbow Road, I don't know how to drive a Mario Kart reference, and yeah, they're like, brr, 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 in a Mario Kart Wii car, and then basically just Bowser conveniently invades, like, right there, like, as soon as they get on the road, they are already fighting the bad guy, and that's like, I think leading up to almost the final fight scene already. Like, it's just that quick. He's introduced to the King of the Mario. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta save my brother, we gotta stop the Mushroom Kingdom from getting invaded. And then they set out again after like some kind of confrontation in another place. But yeah. And also Donkey Kong fights him, so that's kind of funny. And that's that. That is as far as the plot goes, pretty much, for the Mushroom Kingdom part of the movie. Which is insane. It was literally done there and then. You set out, you realize you're in the overworld, you go to Peach, what's going on, I need to save said thing, blah blah blah. And then they go on a journey for like literally 2 seconds down the streets, and they meet the final boss, and that is it. It's like Odyssey. Like, what was that? I was so disappointed, because there's like almost no other world building, even though there was, but it just felt underutilized. Even like throughout the enemy with enemies and stuff, there's like 1 or 2 cheeps in the entire movie screen, which is not like there has to be a specific count. There's like 2 bloopers and 2 cheeps or something. Like maybe another monster that was, and that's it. For like Big Ocean, No, nothing else. I don't even think there was a single lack or two in the movie. So it's just like forgot some stuff. Like that would have been Goro somewhere holding up a camera. Nope, just doesn't exist. So okay. But then they also not pay too much mind to other things like Mario having a GameCube ringtone in his phone when someone calls him, or Luigi. Just funny. And a fun fact for Mario hating mushrooms in this, as half of the power-ups are just centered around mushrooms. Also the power-ups are kind of crazy, they serve plot points in this. They have a few iconic Mario power-ups, but it's not like he really uses one twice. Like there's the normal mushroom, of course. There's like the trailer of, which also showed the Tanuki with, which Mario was fighting that Banzai Bill, which was kind of crazy. I don't know why they even showed that one. That was like one of the lost scenes, so that's not pretty good, or not a good choice of scenes to pick. Okay, and yeah. That logic doesn't even make any sense, because apparently I thought they weren't meant to be alive. It's just a floating bullet, of course, but apparently they are alive and have sentience somewhat. So that was also strange. I mean, I guess the movie, and they can do what they want somewhat, and it's not specifically of the game lore or following anything. It's its own thing, standalone, not canon. But like, why would that be sentient? And why would it want to explode it? It just, I don't know, Minecraft Creeper, you could say the same thing, but like, come on. It was strange, it made no sense. It just felt pushed in there. Because he's trying to defeat the Banzai Bill, but he can't think of anything, so it just kind of like hurts it. I'm not gonna say, but like, he kind of hurts it, or tries to hit her, and then it gets angry at him, and then it goes after him. Even though it just completely ignored everything else and was going to a set location, as soon as he did that, it just went after him. And suddenly became a homing missile, though it didn't like change color to, you know, reference the homing missiles in the Mario games that actually chase you. Just started chasing Mario, so okay. That was also goofy. And Peach having to force Mario to eat the mushrooms until he just copes. And the weird obstacle course in the sky that he has to do. And stuff. I don't really know, man. I don't know. Powers are barely even utilized in the movie as well. Or they are, but it's just like out of nowhere. Like when they're in a tough situation, they just whip out a power out of nowhere, and then bam, they just absolutely demolish everyone. So okay, that's how you execute that. No common skill. Sometimes they have skill, but like, I don't know. It's so fickle with how to execute fight scenes and stuff. Just convenience all the time, rather than any actual build-up or any logic. And also that Luma in the, you know, the jail cell, the crazy Luma, that's like the only reference to like Galaxy, or well, not like the only reference, because there's music and stuff from there, which is cool in the way that, but like, there's no Rosalina, obviously, there's no other Lumas, it's just that one Luma in the jail place. Why? How did it get there? There's nothing to do with Galaxy, like, physically in the world. It's just a Luma, it's just there, and it's crazy. Like, it makes no sense. Why is it there? And the Pingwings, and then the Ouija in there, and then like a couple of enemies for some reason. Like, were they bad against Bowser or wanted to be good? Like, why are they there? It doesn't ever mention anything, so they're just conveniently there. So, okay, good for you. And Peach's kind of plot point, I won't specifically spoil it, but you know what, I'm a master theorist, so I was kind of working out with my girlfriend in the meantime, like, oh, I think this happens to Peach, and this is how she ends up here. Or is the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom, this is why. And then it turns out I was immediately right, like, it was just so obvious. Because, you know, she's the ruler, and there's a certain reason why, so I guess there's just a bunch of toads. Oh yeah, in the Mushroom Kingdom, there are just toads. So don't get your hopes up for other enemies as well, other people, or living folk, or characters there, especially. Because the kingdoms, I think, are kind of divided, though you don't really get to see much of any other kingdom, so much for that. But the Mushroom Kingdom just has like a billion toads, of course, and that's it. Like Sticker Star, all those games that people hated and Mario stuff for only having toads, and nothing else, no diversity, no crazy enemy or cool things, or even unique toads, it's just toads. Just plain basic toads, they all sound the same. There's not even a toadette in the movie, I think, so I don't even know if any of them are female, they're just all male or genderless, like, it doesn't clarify. So I don't get it. The Mushroom Kingdom is just a bunch of weird assortment pipes. You barely get to see much of the Mushroom Kingdom because it's like one block and then Peach's castle and then the rest is just fields of mushrooms. Like, that's not how it looks in the game. There's grasslands and stuff. But in the movie, they're barely on that. Like, there are kind of grasslands, but they're all surrounded by mushrooms, and you see that for like 2 or 3 scenes. For like 5 seconds. It's not really hinting too much. You don't do much that, well, Mario doesn't do much there. There's nothing really clarified as to why that's the case. And yeah, the world just really feels undercooked. Like, it looks cool. There's a reference to a Mario World map as well of the world. But it's not like you get to see anywhere else, really. There's like really a handful of places, and at that point I mean a fingerful. And at that point I'm pretty sure the trailer shows almost all of those places. Or all of those places in some shape or form. So it's not like you really go anywhere else. And like I said, that Yoshi Island scene, I don't even know if that was like Yoshi specific island or anything is heading towards that, but they literally just take a walk across it and that's it. Nothing happens. So alright. There's also Bowser who sings this funny song about Peach, but you can't really get her name right, so he keeps calling her Peach as like a plural, so that's funny. Though I think from the Mario and Luigi franchise series where Bowser's inside story, there's like this running joke that Bowser doesn't know Luigi's name, or always forgets it, so he calls it Green Stash or Green Mario, but they didn't really get that in the movie. Luigi just gave out his name and doxed Mario when Bowser was kind of intimidating Luigi and had him captured and was threatening to kill him. It's just like, oh yeah, my brother's Mario, oh yeah, he's here with the princess, I think, and I don't know any princess, but he might be with them, and he kind of has Princess Riz, maybe, I don't know. And then Bowser just suddenly knows Mario's exact location and pinpoints to get him. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Throughout the movie, you have these informants telling Bowser the plans of Mario and Peach, and what they're doing, or how they're forming an alliance against Bowser. But no one actually goes to listen to anything that happens. Like, you don't see any enemies sneak up in any scene, or any enemy listen to anything, or see any events with Mario and Peach, and what they're doing to stop Bowser's rebellion. It just, an informant keeps coming in the room, like multiple scenes. Oh yeah, Bowser, Mario did this Mario guy, oh the princess is doing good and she might not like you, I don't know, and yeah, he's here now. Like, how do you know that? There's no build-up. In fact, there's a funny point in the movie, because I think Mario doesn't even tell Peach his name, like, at all in the movie. There's just one point where she just suddenly knows, maybe because someone else keeps saying it, or he introduces it to other people. But when he personally meets her, I don't think he ever mentioned his name. I don't remember. Maybe that's just me, just forgetting, but he just pretty much stayed anonymous, like he didn't say it. So, alright, and then Peach is kind of like against him at first, and then she just suddenly sides with him, like, instantly. Just like, oh yeah, do this obstacle course, he fell or something, I don't know, maybe we can go on an adventure together. Okay, princess, cool. Oh yeah, Mario, you're my best friend, you've always been there for me, I believe in you. Like, what? The jump it doesn't make any sense. There's also references to, like, Ludwig, one Koopa, you know, the Koopaling, Ludwig specifically, no other one. Because Bowser plays on this piano one scene with his funny Peach song. But, like, that's it. There's no reference to the Koopalings besides that, or no mention of no Bowser Jr., so don't get your hopes up in that. He doesn't exist. Neither do the Koop. So, even less enemy diversity, or, like, other standing figures. It's pretty much just Bowser, some Koopa Trooper off the perks that's like a commander, and Kamek for the first half of the movie until they forget he's a character again, and that's it. So it's pretty much just Bowser at that point, because they defeat everyone else, and including Bowser obviously. And the ending is like so weird. It's like Star versus the Forces of Evil, if you know what I mean. Like, the worlds collide randomly and then blah blah blah, and oh yeah, happily ever after maybe, which the ending was just bad. Really, really bad. The ending left on like a cliffhanger that also wasn't a cliffhanger, but then the end credit thing that I told you like a couple of minutes ago is a cliffhanger for a second movie, maybe? Like, it doesn't even specify. It's not even like you see the logo on it too. So I don't even know if there's going to be a second movie yet. Like, I assume there is because of that. But they didn't do a good job of showing it, especially if it's that far. everyone in the cinema started getting up as soon as the credits rolled because the parents all don't know what a Mario is anymore. They're like 2-year-old children jumping around, and then they just leave like as soon as the credits start rolling. Like it didn't even kick in for like a minute yet, and they were already all gone. So it was mostly empty again. Specifically of like us and like another group in that set.
Huh?
So you don't remember the movie. The movie's ending. Within hours. It's a whole movie of music. From a bunch of rappers. I actually grew up in China. Yes. That's just slap. Oh, do Toy Time Galaxy. Everyone's movie is just started back on. It got in before it started showing.
So, okay, again, we had to sit there because I was like, no, don't go yet. We don't want us to go yet. There might be a secret at the end, and I was right. So I'm glad I stuck. Though we had to wait for like a whole 10 minutes just for the credits to stop, just to show that mediocre scene of someone like being like, oh yes, it might be me or something in the second movie, maybe. And that was that. So I was kind of went out like a wet fart. Yeah, and the actual ending itself was just terrible. Like they saved the kingdom and all that or whatever, and then like Mario and Luigi just suddenly wake up in the morning in Mushroom Kingdom. For some reason, not sure if they just decided to live there permanently because they can't go back home, as it seems. So they just get up and then basically like, hello all the toads, they greet the toads, jump out, do backflips around the garbage Mushroom Kingdom, and then jump in the pipe, and then it's just Super Mario Bros. The movie. That's it. Like no build up, they just wake up in the morning after all of the fights and all that. Oh yeah, I made you coffee. Yeah, let's go to work. It's us. Hey guys, we're the famous Mario Brothers. Jump in the pipe. The end. I don't know what that had to do with anything. They showed that scene for no reason. It didn't even need to be in there. It could have ended after like the exact fight. It just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about the movie after all of that. It's like it's kind of a mixed bag. Like I did like it, of course, but it was just underwhelming, like extremely underwhelming in so many places as well. At the same time, with the plots that they could have chose, spice it up and not showing every single plot point in the fucking trailers. All 20 of them. They did not need that many trailers. Jesus Christ. It was the entire movie, almost. The only parts of the trailers that weren't in the trailers were like some of the beginning in the real world and the end fight scene, kind of, and that's it. Everything else was in the movie. Everything else was in the trailer. I mean, how could you do that? How could you not pay attention and realize the pacing's so bad, yet alone you're spoiling the entire movie before it's even out? I'm glad the ticket was only like £10, so come on, but like, that was a terrible choice on that behalf. I don't know what they were thinking that was a good idea when they just showcased the entire thing for free on the YouTube trailers with the dramatic music. Like, it wasn't that crazy while watching it, because I knew everything that was gonna happen almost. Like, oh my god. It was such a dumpster fire in some areas and a clusterfuck to watch. But at least it was still decent, so that's good. But to be honest, I even think the Sonic movie executed this better. And maybe the second, I haven't really seen the second, but I assume so as well. So, not really sure how they went out about this. Different categories and all, but like, it's just underwhelming in places. It could have been so much better. Especially if they didn't spoil their existing thing. Even if they wanted to just keep it the same. Just don't spoil the entire movie. I don't even know why I went the route of not making spoilers or anything specifically when the whole movie itself and the trailers is spoilers. So I'm sorry if you watched all of those. But there's not much you could do. Besides if you want to erase your memory and forget and then go and watch the movie. And then, yeah, it's kind of wraps from there. There's also a funny other ad of just Tears of the Kingdom. Just a random Switch ad at the beginning. I'm not sure why that was there. I guess it's Nintendo, but like, I don't think that's the right place to be showing that right now, so it's just kind of goofy and funny.
Mario, March 10th, Mario Day. April Fools. I don't know.
These games are so old and dried up.
You're not wrong. They're acting like nobody's seen this footage like a million times. They're using the same footage. That was literally in the open.
Didn't realize you'd accidentally make this hot dumpster fire itself a mess and go overboard once more. But yeah, there's one more funny thing I have to say. Basically, we saw one of our classmates gotta walk in the movie, the same movie, conveniently that was ours. No coercing or anything. We don't talk to him specifically. Just sat down very close to us without seeing us or noticing us, and was just there at the Mario movie by himself. I don't know why that happened or what the chances of that were happening, and he doesn't even live close, I think, to this cinema. So I don't know why he was there, but it was kind of funny. So we were kind of making jokes about that throughout the movie. Just there alone, just watching it. Big fan 20, just alone going to the Mario movie, miles away for some reason. That was very strange. And whatever the chances of what I don't even know how to say that. But come on, it was one specific time. Like, there were only so many times a movie would show a day, and you really chose the same time that we did and chose to sit near us. That was kind of creepy. I'm kind of scared of my coincidental powers, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, you know, thumbs up, blah blah blah, that nonsense, subscribe, blah blah blah. I don't mind. It will be nice. I'm just glad I got this off my chest, and hopefully I can edit it quick before I get caught up with more classwork again and just general busyness, which is what I find hard. I do want to keep this channel live. I want to keep it going, pushing in a new direction. So, you know, gonna start balling and stuff, you know, because I'm the baller. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's just an instinct to say thank you like a million times. Subscribe, blah blah blah. No, just do whatever you feel like, as long as it's not bad. And I appreciate it. Leave a comment, thank you. If it wasn't up to your taste in the movie review, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you spent the time to listen out to me anyway, in some shape or form, or at least, you know, click on the video, click off the short. Whatever boats your float. And, you know, what they say, the Moses guy. Anyways, yeah, I'll catch you later. And maybe more reviews or something, I don't know. Game review? Maybe. And, I don't know how to end this. I don't know. I'm gonna play some from I don't know. I'll catch you later.